The Fremont factory is set to grow, and our friends in Spain get the hookup. Here are your Tesla tidbits for October 11th, 2016. The LA Times is reporting that Tesla has applied for permits to expand the Fremont factory twofold. A proposal submitted to the city's planning commission reveals that Tesla wants to add 4.6 million square feet to its 4.5 million square foot factory. A part of this expansion includes a 25-acre lot just north of the factory in addition to the main footprint. City officials expect the workforce to increase 50% with the expansion. An interesting thing to note here is that while no timeline has been provided as to when buildings would be complete, you have to think that this isn't necessarily Model 3 related, at least not for immediate production. Between construction time and procurement of equipment, I can't fathom actual production lines ready to roll before the end of next year. This is much more likely part of the plan to bolster production numbers down the line in 2018 and 2019 than to be used immediately in Q4 of 2017. We'll keep an ear out for further details on the planned expansion. Electrek reports that Spain is getting its first sales and service centers in the country. Tesla's career website outed the plans as the company looks to recruit salespeople for locations in Madrid and Barcelona that do not currently exist. Spain joins Mexico, South Korea, Taiwan, and very likely New Zealand as finally receiving an official presence in the country. Glad it's becoming easier to own a Tesla for you guys. Felicitaciones, España. Lastly, I leave you tonight with some of my own thoughts on this Tesla journey toward Model 3. Here we stand a touch over 6 months later after the announcement with nearly as many questions as answers. Sure, we've seen the car and got a glimpse of the interior that could totally change, but we don't know for sure when we'll be seeing deliveries, nor do we know options or the price of said options. After making the reservation, I knew it'd be an interminable wait for the Model 3. Model S, she is a temptress, and I have given in long ago, except that she's such an expensive temptress. Believe me, if there were a dual-motor, autopilot-capable multi-coat red Model S in my price range, I'd be speaking to you as an owner right now rather than an obsessive enthusiast. I look at my savings toward Model 3, and they seem to grow so slowly. And yet it's a paradox, that interminable wait. I want there to be plenty of time to save at the same time that I want the car to be here. It's an odd internal conflict to hope that something I want is actually delayed, as if the car arrives when I expect, I'll likely have to sacrifice some options to make the dream come true. It's feelings like this that were the genesis of this podcast. My wife, while she'll enjoy the car, isn't the car person that I am, and certainly isn't the Tesla lover that I am. Trying to talk to her about this is as productive as my son's attempts to talk to her about Pokemon. So for the few hundred or so of you out there listening, I thank you for the privilege of bringing you this news each night. Through exciting news weeks and slow ones, I know you all appreciate the news flow. For those of you out there chasing Model 3, I just wanted you to know, if you're frustrated, the bank account isn't growing how you'd like, you're tired of waiting, you're not alone. And for those of you already living the dream, I'm glad you're here with me for the ride. To everyone, we've got some exciting stuff coming up through the remainder of this month with the Tesla product unveil on Monday, the solar roof unveil near the end of the month, and Q3 earnings, which was pushed up earlier than normal. I'm glad you're all here with me, and hope you enjoy the show as much as I enjoy bringing it to you. Be sure to check out the links to today's full stories in the show description. If you get some value out of the show, please consider supporting me at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Even if it's $0.25 a month, it's greatly appreciated. Thanks as usual to my super patron, John Waltauer, for his support. If you have something to buy from Amazon, please consider using my Amazon link in the show description to access the site. It costs you nothing extra, and they'll kick a little something back to the show for your trouble. Finally, you can support the show for free through positive reviews on the major media services where you find the show, and by simply spreading word of the show to other Tesla lovers. If you have feedback for the show, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits. One final note, I've been struggling with some audio issues recently that I think I've finally worked the kinks out of. Hopefully the audio on this show sounds much better than what I've been putting out recently. That'll do it for today. See you all again tomorrow. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.